If the Earth were flat, the sun could never set. The sun sets, therefore the Earth is not flat. For some reason, this statement angers flat earthers. I recently did a video covering Karen B's most comprehensive flat earth sunset explanation. In the comments, hordes of flat earthers claimed I didn't understand flat earth. So what did I do? More research, of course. I searched out flat earth videos explaining sunsets. I asked in their Facebook groups, and I asked on online forums, and on their own web servers. But there's a problem going to the places where flat earthers hang out. You need to be safe. There's quite a few things you need to do to be safe in these unsafe places. The first layer is running through a VPN. I use Atlas VPN, which has coincidentally sponsored this video. When going to questionable places on the internet, a VPN hides my IP address. I wouldn't want people to see my real IP address, as you see here. I can choose to appear to be in New Zealand, or if I want, Chile, or the United Kingdom. Using a VPN can also hide your traffic from eavesdroppers if you happen to be on a public Wi-Fi, like a coffee shop. There are sly ways for the bad guys to hijack your connection while on a public access point, and a VPN can help protect you from this too. Or, if you're in the US like I am and anxiously await Season 5 of the IT Crowd, you can use that United Kingdom IP address and pop over to channel4.co.uk, pull up the IT Crowd page, and refresh the browser every 5 minutes to see if it's out yet. Well, I'll just have to watch all 4 seasons again while I wait. Over the VPN. Right now, Atlas VPN is running a big discount. You can get a 3-year subscription for just $1.99 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. I don't know how long they're running the deal, so get hooked up now by clicking on the link in the description below. If you do, they know you came from my video. It's a win-win. When I gave flat earthers an opportunity to explain the process they personally use to verify flat earth claims about sunsets, they were happy to provide all the detailed analysis that they did. They were falling all over themselves to show how thoroughly they examined the physics and geometry explaining how sunsets are possible on flat Earth. Just kidding. I got kicked out of Facebook groups, called names, insulted, and falsely accused of things I could never repeat in civilized company. Generally, when flat earthers are asked to provide an analysis of flat Earth, they run away. Based on how quickly most flat earthers run away from showing their flat Earth analysis, you would almost think that none of them critically analyzed flat Earth claims. In my query to the flat earthers, I mentioned that I'd already done the application of perspective and concluded that it contradicted flat Earth, but the majority of them still just said perspective without providing the analysis. There were a few that sent videos that reiterated the claims of perspective, all of them without any analysis. There was even a video by the aptly named P-Brain that's so ridiculous that it requires its own video. So be sure to subscribe so you know when I review that insanity. The flatties did post photos of hotel hallways where the lights on the wall converge toward the floor. Strangely, the lights never get obstructed bottom up by the floor. This just confirms Toon's law of Flerf number 1. Flerf citations always contradict the Flerf's claims. No exceptions. The Flerfs also missed that the lights significantly reduced in angular size as they got farther away. But in reality, the sun's angular size does not significantly change in angular size throughout the day. See this video from my friend Red's Rhetoric, where he recorded the sun from sunrise to sunset using a solar filter. Again, contradicting their flying space pizza. When I ask flat earthers to show an application, I mean to actually apply the process. I'm not asking them to do anything I cannot do. I can show how to apply perspective in a real-world example right now. This takes some middle school math, so non-Flerfs will be fine, but it will completely go over the heads of all flat earthers. Their slogan is, math, not even once.
Can you math? Can you math? Never heard that one before. Can you math? What's math? Let's do the math. Let's do the monster math. Let's do the math.
Let's say I wanted to measure the height of this trailer. We only need the length and the angle from one of the corners. It's 52 feet, 10 inches long, and I can use the Theodolite app on my phone to measure the angle from one corner. The angular height is 10.5 degrees. This forms a right triangle, and we can solve this triangle and find the height to be 9.8 feet tall. Does this math match reality? Of course it does. The measured height is 9.7 feet, accurate to within an inch. So that's how you apply perspective in reality. Who else would be checking the comments to see the flatties say I'm doing it wrong without giving the right way to do it? We can do the same thing and apply perspective to flat Earth sunsets. First, we need the height of the sun over flat Earth. Now, they have given a few different numbers over the years, but I can measure it myself. Anyone can, if you can do a little math. Hey, Del, can you do math?
No.
We know, Del, we know. On the December solstice, I personally measured the angular elevation of the sun to be 22.5 degrees at its highest point, local solar noon. I did this from Minneapolis, Minnesota at 45 degrees north latitude. But how does this apply? Well, we can use Flat Earthers' favorite map, the Gleason's map, where it states that there are 60 nautical miles between each degree latitude. Mariners have completely relied on 60 nautical miles per degree latitude for centuries. Are there any flat earthers who want to argue against that? Well, you'll first have to show that centuries of celestial navigation never worked. Good luck with that. On the December solstice, the sun is over the Tropic of Capricorn, and at local solar noon from Minneapolis, the sun is due south, right here. Using their map again, the Tropic of Capricorn is 68.4 degrees south of Minneapolis. That's 4,104 nautical miles, or 4,723 statute miles. Just like the semi-trailer, we have a right triangle, 22.5 degree angle to the sun in Minneapolis, 4,723 miles from Minneapolis to the subsolar point, and 90 degree angle up to the sun. Solving the triangle gives the height of the sun over flat Earth as 1,956 miles. We have just used perspective to measure the height of the sun. This is something no flat earther can do. Not a single one. All the flat earth intelligentsia are completely baffled by this basic math. In the United States, this topic is first introduced to middle schoolers and covered in more detail during high school. Not that you need to actually do the trigonometry, just use an online calculator like I do. Of course, there's a tiny problem for flat earth. This measurement results in a different height for the sun wherever you measure it. Perth, Australia measures about 4,000 miles high on the same day. Now, I know what you're thinking, but how will we get 3 pink flamingos into one pair of capri pants? Also, you're thinking, how could the sun literally be 2,000 miles high and 4,000 miles high simultaneously? While you ponder that, Chatbox Travels.
My name is Brian Barry, and I'm totally not a keyboard warrior. Well, look, see who it is, Space Lol. Long time no destroy. Blah, blah, blah. But on the flat Earth, the sun merely moves away from the observer on its journey, space, comma, until out of the sight of the observer, space, full stop. Ah, good old globlets, space, comma, fighting a losing battle they know they can't possibly win. Space, full stop. Good day, friendo.
Well, that certainly explained it. Next, we hear about thermal dynamics.
You forgot Thermodynamics 101. Oh, you're using a fake flat earther again. Blah blah blah. You can't define gravity any better than it has been written by Al himself, space ampersand. It was never proven. Blue, 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 blue.
Mark seems to know who the real flat earthers are and who's the fake flat earthers. Mark, come on sometime and you can explain how you figure this out. Our final chat box travel comes from, well, Julian. Good luck understanding him.
Yes, this is Julian Crispsner. Plane, not planet, space, comma. Aquaplane, water. Aeroplane through air. No such thing as a spaceoplane, lol. Delusional loonies. You've all room to change ye minds. I'm content in my beliefs. Shame for you lot still plants. Time to wake up. Winky face emoticon.
You have been pondering how the sun could simultaneously be 2,000 miles high and 4,000 miles high, and I said I would give you an answer. Indeed, I shall. It's impossible. It makes the poor flatties so mad. I'm sure they're already commenting, telling me all about the wrongliness of my method without giving the rightly way to do it. Go ahead, poke at the Flerfers in the comments, but be kind. They can be a bit snowflakey. Well, let's pretend for a second that I didn't just accidentally destroy Flat Earth again, and finally get to the part where perspective tells us all how the sun sets on Flat Earth. I'll use the measured flat Earth sun height from Minneapolis of 1956 miles. Where is the sun 12 hours later, after local solar noon on the December solstice? It's on the opposite side of the space pizza. You go straight north of Minneapolis, past the North Pole, past the equator, all the way to the Tropic of Capricorn over the Indian Ocean. The distance from Minneapolis to the subsolar point is easy. 45 degrees latitude to the North Pole, 90 more to the equator, and 23.4 to the Tropic of Capricorn. That's 158.4 degrees of latitude. 60 nautical miles per degree gives 9,504 nautical miles, or 10,937 statute miles. Applying perspective, this forms another right triangle, and we solve that to show the angular elevation of the sun for flat Earth must be 10.14 degrees in the middle of the night. Again, this is applying perspective. I tested what flat earthers said causes the sun to set, but it doesn't work for them. It is completely impossible for the sun to ever set over flat Earth due to perspective. I chose the December solstice because this puts the sun at the farthest distance it ever is from Minneapolis on their favorite map. It's at this point that many flat earthers run from their favorite map. But it doesn't matter which map you use. The farthest distance from any location on the Earth to the current subsolar point is on the order of thousands of miles. Not anymore. Regardless of the flat Earth map orientation you try, you can pick any number you want for this distance, and the result will be the same. The sun can never even get remotely close to the horizon. But what about refraction? Seriously, flat earthers, you never do any research. Refraction in the air makes distant things appear slightly higher, not lower. Refraction doesn't help you explain sunsets, unless you lie about what refraction does. So flat earthers, I did what none of you are smart enough to do. I tested your Papa Flerf's claims about perspective. You uncritically accepted their claims. That's called indoctrination. So here is the invitation to all the flat earthers to show exactly what I did wrong and provide the correct analysis method. Want to do it live? I host a flat earth debate every Tuesday. My contact details are in the description. Put up or shut up. And here is the invitation to everyone else to sign up for Atlas VPN. Be sure to use the discount link in the description. You can get a 3-year subscription for just $1.99 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. We'll see you next time.